Hello figure enthusiasts and welcome to Scaled Affairs, where I will take a closer look on scale figures, price figures and Nendoroids alike. Today's figure is Good Smile Company's 1:7 scale figure of Kasane Teto in her Yoshiwara Lament version. Since this is a massive figure that also weighs a ton, Teto comes to you in a box that is also very expanding, and since the manufacturer is Good Smile, the box is also well designed. When you unbox Teto you will be greeted with a sea of colors. For a figure with so many details and an interesting sculpt, I was baffled that they managed to keep it to one piece of PVC, meaning only her base and the long pipe is packed separately into the blister. Despite her heavy weight, mounting Teto to the base is fairly easy. Using the extra long teeth of the gaiters to hide the pegs is very clever, and even if the figure will wiggle quite a bit when you touch her or move it around, she stands firm and won't topple over. Before I go into more details about this spectacular release, let's have a quick overview. On the right side I've summarized some of this figure's key details. Beloved characters in a fancy kimono are most definitely always a highlight in any collection, and because of all her floaty fabric panels, this version of Kasane Teto stands out even more. Pre-ordering her was one of those must-have instant reactions, and she is still one of my favorite buys from 2019. I already did a figure photo with her, and now I can show you all the little details of this colorful figure. Highlight number 1, 4 layers of clothing that are especially well sculpted on her back and the left arm. They really did a good job implying a certain depth to make the kimono look more realistic. A great fall of the folds, vibrant color scheme and a decent shading completes her outfit. Highlight number 2, all the parts that have a coated metal finish on them. The obi and the underdress are streaked with those fine gold lines, and all of her headdress elements have this flat bronze finish to them, making this figure a truly elegant one. Also, her pipe is very detailed, but unfortunately the bowl is not hollow and has only a pretty flat hint of a hole. And highlight number 3 is without a doubt the 5 layers of semi-translucent underskirt that looks like a colorful explosion beneath her. A bulge on the back reveals the shoes and her legs, but you have to look at her in a pretty low angle to notice the small detail. The colorful translucent plastic looks fine on its own, but if you ask me, it's a missed opportunity that Good Smile didn't install a few LEDs in there that would have made for an even cooler effect. As for Teto's facial expression, she looks very grown up, almost restrained, and nothing like her profile picture if you do a quick Google picture search. The whole upper body and especially her cleavage is very well sculpted and has lots of fine details, even for a 1:7 scale. If I had to find a point of criticism, I would say that the print or the decals on her kimono are a bit too glossy in certain parts. This gives the figure a shinier look, but somehow I hope for a more fabric-like texture. The base on the other hand is pretty neat. At first glance it's your typical black base, but if you pay attention you will notice that it's the same color scheme as those Japanese lacquer bowls that you often see in traditional tableware. And because the base is very flat and has almost the same diameter as the figure itself, it's a very subtle mounting device. All in all, this statue is another showcase on how far anime figures have come these days. Well designed, beautiful sculpted and with a paint job that remains in memory, it might be a highlight in any collection. If you like girls in festive kimonos or just looking for a nice figure to decorate a certain spot in your room, I would highly recommend this one. Even for a non-Vocaloid fan or even for a non-weep, this one will certainly get some attention. I'm also happy to report that by the release of this video, the aftermarket prices for this figure aren't that high actually. But a 741 to 0 wish sell ratio on my figure collection also speaks a clear language. Next time I will review a Shino figure with a very special base. Until then, take care and keep collecting those gorgeous figures.